Welcome children. Take out your geography book. Today I am going to give you the question answers of volcanoes and earthquake. After that I will start explaining the chapter withering and denudation in gist. Now let me start giving the question answers. Question 1. What is a volcano? Answer. Volcano is an opening in the earth's crust through which eruptions of hot material take place. During the eruptions, rock fragments, lava, ash, steam and other gases are emitted out. These hot materials look like flames of fireworks. A conical hill-like mass is formed by the accumulation of molten rock material. Question 2. Describe the materials thrown out during volcanic eruptions. Answer. The materials thrown out of a volcano due to eruptions are of three types. Number 1. Solid materials. The solid materials include large fragments of rocks known as volcanic bombs. The finest particles include cinder, volcanic ash and dust. Number 2. Liquid materials. The liquid materials include basic lava and acid lava. Acid lava has more of silica while basic lava has low content of silica. Number 3. Gaseous material. The gaseous material is mainly composed of steam. The other gases include oxygen, hydrogen, sulfuric acid, carbon dioxide, etc. Question 3. Describe any three advantages of volcanoes. Answer. Many minerals from the interior of the earth come onto the surface. Number 2. Fertile soil like black soil are made by breaking up of lava. Number 3. Electricity is generated from gases emitted out during volcanic eruptions. Number 4. What is an earthquake? Answer. An earthquake is a sudden shaking of the crust due to some tectonic movement. It results in tremors of vibration. If a stone is thrown into water, a series of waves are produced in all directions. Similarly, earth waves travels in all directions. Up and down, to and fro movement of crust produces vibration or earthquake waves. Question 5. Name three causes of earthquakes. Answer. Volcanic eruptions, faults, elasticity of rocks, local causes. Question 6. Why are earthquakes related to volcanoes? Answer. There is close relationship between the earthquake and volcano. Earthquakes and volcanoes occurs in same belt, mid-world belt and Circum-Pacific belt. Their distribution shows a similar pattern. Volcanic eruptions lead to earthquake. Volcanic eruptions are the local cause of earthquake. Question 7. Why is volcanic activity often associated with mountain building? Answer. Most of the volcanic activities are formed along the fold mountains such as the Himalayas, the Alps, the Andes, etc. Fold mountains have been formed by mountains building movement. They involve intense folding and faulting which mark lines of weakness on the surface. Most of the eruptions take place along the lines of weakness. Question 8. Why is Circum-Pacific region known as Ring of Fire? Answer. Most of the active volcanoes of the world are found in the Circum-Pacific belt. It surrounds the Pacific Ocean. These active volcanoes erupt often. These volcanoes form a circle around the Pacific coast. Therefore, it is known as Ring of Fire. And with this, I am ending my question answers. And now, let me start out explaining the chapter Withering and Denudation. Let me explain in gist. Denudation. The face of the earth is continuously changing. The exogenous force tend to reduce the irregularities of the earth. The leveling down of the earth's raised features is called denudation. It means the general wearing of the earth's surface. The word denudation has been derived from the Latin word denudere, which means to lay bare. It includes the process of withering and erosion. Withering means breaking up of rocks by agents related to atmosphere. Withering is followed by erosion. Erosion means the removal of withered material. The word erosion has been derived from the Latin word erodere, meaning to gnaw away. The erosion includes the work of wearing and sculpturing the rocks of the earth's surface. It is a dynamic process and is done by geomorphic agents such as rivers, wind, glaciers and sea waves. Withering and erosion work together. Withering helps erosion. Withering involves breaking up of rocks by process of disintegration and decomposition. This results from the work of natural agents related to atmosphere. The rocks are broken into fragments by integration through external agents. The rocks are decayed to chemical changes, and the process is called decomposition. Weathering occurs where rocks are situated. Weathering helps erosion by exposing rocks to break. Factors affecting weathering. Number 1. Structure of rocks. It includes minerals, nature of rocks and their hardness. Joints permit water to enter rocks and help in weathering. Hard rocks are resistant while soft rocks are easily broken. Slope of the land. Weathering is active on steep slopes. Climate. Mechanical weathering predominates in dry areas while chemical weathering operates in wet areas. Vegetation. Bare surfaces are weathered to a great extent. Vegetation cover protects the surface from weathering. Presence of joints. Joints permit water to enter the rock and help weathering. Types of weathering. There are two main types of weathering. Number 1. Physical or mechanical weathering. Number 2. Chemical weathering. Physical weathering. It is also known as mechanical weathering. It includes the disintegration of rocks without changing their mineral composition. This type of weathering results from the action of temperature changes, frost, wind and rainfall. Temperature changes. There is a great daily change of temperature in deserts. During the daytime, rocks are heated greatly and expand, but at night, temperature falls and these rocks begin to contract. There is rapid expansion and contraction of rocks every day, with the result a series of cracks or joints develop in the rock. Rocks split and are broken with a sound like that sort of a gun. Rocks are split by granular or block disintegration. These broken fragments are called talus or screed. In homogeneous rock, weathering takes place in the form of exfoliation. Due to the alternate expansion and contraction of rock, the outer layers peel off from the main mass. The process of removal of thin shells of rocks is known as exfoliation. Frost. Frost is an important agent of weathering in cold climate and high mountainous area. In such areas, water enters the rocks through fissures, cracks or joints. This water freezes into ice during the night and its volume increases 1 by 11 times as it exerts pressure on the rock, which causes a widening of the crack. There is a repeatedly melting and freezing of water. It makes the cracks wider still. The action is similar to a wedge and is known as thaw-freeze frost scattering. Finally, the rocks are split into blocks. Sharp-edged rocks are formed by repetition and long continued action of frost. Rainfall. Rainwater takes the form of running water and affects weathering in the following ways. Number 8. Soil erosion. Running water scoops out gullies along the slopes and washes away the fine soil to create a serious problems of soil erosion. Number 2. Bad land. Running water forms a highly dissected land surface with gullies and ravines. Such an area is called bad land, such as in Chambal Valley. Number C. Earth pillar. Rain rushes away soft material in clay region. The boulders or hard rocks like a cap protect the underlying rocks, with the result earth pillars are formed. When the capped rocks fall, the earth pillars are destroyed. The examples of earth pillars are found in Volcano and Spiti Valley. Landslides. Rainwater increases the weight of the rocks which hold it. With the result, rocks slide down the slopes under the force of gravity. Wind. Wind's mechanical weathering is important in deserts and arid areas. The dust-laden winds acts as sandblast and produces fantastic weathering results. Number 8. The train passing through deserts are to be repainted very frequently due to effect of weathering. Telegraph wires are eroded by wind action. The wind facing sea shore are weathered so that plain glasses look like frosted glasses. Rocks are fantastically weathered, such as Todd Rock in Rajasthan. Umbrella-like rocks are formed due to undercutting. And with this, I am ending my today's class. Goodbye.